Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to do a video on 10 very commonly asked keto questions. And because I'm one of those people who needs reference cards, I have them. So let's look at number 1. This is very, very common and ironically a very normal asked question to me. Do you only eat bacon? I'm not on the carnivore diet, so no, I don't only eat bacon. I mean, I love bacon. Bacon's great. Tastes yummy. Definitely works as a really nice fat for you if you're on the keto diet and you want to have some extra fat in your diet. Bacon's definitely a go-to. But also olives. Olives are great. I usually, if I'm a little bit too low on my fat intake, I eat some olives, which helps me regain the percentage that I need on my fat intake. So that's it for me. Other people, I'm not an avocado person. Please do not crucify me. I just don't like them. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. But, if you're looking to up your fat intake, it doesn't have to be bacon. It doesn't have to be anything like that. I think it just fits into like the stereotype. But for me, like when I'm looking to up my fats or I have not, consumed enough fat in my diet, I tend to go for green olives. So there's another fairly common question, which is this really safe for your heart? Is this safe for your cholesterol? I'm not a doctor. I do not have that kind of background. I did spend a good number of months, almost a year, researching the keto diet. And that meant watching documentaries, people who've done studies, doctors who've done studies. And what they've noted is that your cholesterol may go up, or at least from the documentaries I'm seeing. Again, I'm not a doctor. Please don't take this in that manner. But while your cholesterol may go up, what is actually happening is that the good cholesterol, the cholesterol that clears out the bad one, is the one that's going up. And the bad one is the one that's going down. And South Africa did a really interesting study on this. So I definitely would say go research that. They even talked about how they did the reverse. And these are people who are on a caloric deficit type of diet. So spend some time. Do your research. I do not think it's negatively impacted my heart or negatively impacted my cholesterol. So I don't have proof of that. But is it safe for your heart? I mean, there's been people who have been on this for years and have not had an issue. So I don't think so. But definitely talk to your doctor, do your research, find that out. Another common question is, should I cycle carbs? And I think this kind of like is a way for people to explain cheat days. I don't think you should cycle carbs. I don't think that I don't understand the purpose in it. I'm sure that there's probably been people who have done it and it's had some sort of success for them because everybody's body is a little bit different. But my biggest thing is like the benefits to not cheating like outweigh that a little bit. Like I'm not trying to like have a bunch of carbs. Just I mean if we can be honest, like your stomach really can't. Well, my stomach can't handle it. I don't know about your stomach. My stomach cannot handle that doing that. It may be my fear of ever going back on carbs, but my tummy does not do well. So. No, I don't cycle carbs, and I don't really see a purpose in it. Here's another kind of, I find this one a little funny, and just because, like, I feel like it's a waste of calories. I mean, for me, I feel like it's a waste of calories. Also, I hate coffee, so the subject is obviously, should you drink Bulletproof coffee every day? So if you are someone who enjoys coffee, and if you are someone who is having an issue in taking the appropriate amount of fat for the ketogenic diet, then yeah, go with a Bulletproof coffee. I'm not there. I don't like coffee. The idea of putting butter in something that I already don't like, which would probably make it better now that I'm thinking about it because I love butter, but still not my thing. But if you need it, if it works for you, if it's giving you the energy you need, 100% go for it. So next question, is keto healthy for kids? The answer is yes. Sorry, but we feed our children so much sugar, and it's been linked back to so many different things that I personally do not believe that it's the best. But the biggest problem here is that it's not controllable necessarily. I have a 10-year-old. I do my best to she eats what we eat when she's at home, but she also eats food at school, and she has after school training twice a week, and twice a week those teachers give her lollipops and sugar sticks and things that come home to our house that I would never ever give to my daughter. And I also let her have sandwiches, so I have like regular kind of bread for her, but for the most part that's the only concession that I have in the house. I have keto ice cream in the house. Even last night we had what's considered a lazy keto bagel as part of our dinner, because we did a breakfast for dinner. And it's hard with kids because you're not always 100% in control of them. You're not always the one who's watching them because there's family, there's people who aren't on that keto lifestyle. But I do think it's definitely healthy. Considering the fact that my daughter, prior to us doing keto, had come back with really high cholesterol at 10, when she was 9 at that point. But at 9, to have high cholesterol from the doctor, that was scary. And I look at my kid who is extremely thin. My daughter is very, very, very thin. To be told that she has high cholesterol or have that kind of issue, it is 100% something that I needed to have paid attention to. So I've alternated some of her meals. I've changed it a little bit. It's not even necessarily keto. It's more just less sugar for her. So is it healthy for kids? I think so. But, not a medical doctor. So next question. And forgive me for looking down. I'm definitely a reference person. Should you do intermittent fasting? Yes, absolutely. And also, I don't really think that it's unnatural when it comes to keto. When you're on the keto diet, you tend to be full. You tend to kind of have a full stomach. You're good to go, right? So for me, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not hungry. I mean, I don't think I get hungry until around 11, maybe 12. And that's usually when I have my first meal. And my last meal is usually 7:30 because that's when my husband comes home from work for his lunch break. He works the evening shift. So we kind of eat around that time. So I kind of just naturally have fallen into an intermittent fasting thing. I didn't do it when I initially started keto, but it works. So number 7. What's the biggest mistake on keto? Your biggest mistake on keto is literally getting so worried about the strictness of it. If you feel like you want to be on a Dr. Berg's level, then be there. If you feel like you're on a Keto Connect version, be there. If you're someone who's a little bit more lazy and you're just kind of looking to survive, be there. Don't stress. That would be my thing that I would consider the biggest mistake, is just don't stress about something. If you need to just kind of take it step by step. I've started out, okay, if I'm going to do this keto diet, the first step, all I need to do is stay under 20 carbs. Do that. Don't look at the ingredients. Don't look at whatever's coming on. Just try to focus on staying under those 20 carbs. So take take it step by step. That is my biggest suggestion when it comes to avoiding your biggest mistakes. Another very common question is, how long does it take to get back in ketosis after a cheat meal? I don't have an answer for that. Everybody's body is different. For me, when I cheat, if I cheat, is usually like a meal. It's not an entire day. And even then it's minimal. It's like maybe I had a couple French fries or something. Like it's very minimal. I usually don't like go too far out of it. So I don't know that I'm really ever fully thrown out of ketosis. So I don't know how to answer that question. And I feel like only you're going to know if you do it. So if you are already on a keto diet, take a day. You know, I don't use ketone strips. I don't use the blood analysis ones either. I've never, since I've started. But if you want to track that, go ahead. You can usually tell by like your water retention if you're not using those things. So I would say like my worst cheat day I ever had, and it was maybe like a day where I kind of like stayed the same weight or went up a pound, and then it just ended up coming off anyway. So wasn't really important. So number 9. This is kind of a weird one, right? And this is also like not only about people who are on the ketogenic diet. It's just a general question, right? Should you weigh yourself every day? For me, I'm okay with weighing myself every day. It does not affect me mentally. I am good to go when it comes to weighing myself every day. I also understand that it's something that can be triggering for some people. So if you're somebody who can't look at a scale every single day and go, okay, well, like say for women, right? Obviously, women go through a monthly cycle, and during that time, we retain a little bit more water and we retain a little bit more weight. So that can throw that daily scale off. So it's one of the reasons why a lot of people say, hey, weigh yourself once a week. And to a point, I actually agree with it. I do think that you maybe should weigh yourself once a week. For me personally, though, I have benefited from weighing myself every day. And the reason that I weigh myself every day is because I know that, hey, this is what I ate yesterday. This is what has caused me to retain water. This is what hasn't. If that means like maybe the first 2 or 3 months of your workout and your weight loss journey, you weigh yourself every day and you kind of can see, okay, what I ate today, what did this do to my body? If that works, then go to weekly. Just my advice, but do not obsess about the number. Obsess about like the benefits, and that's the most important thing. So, should you weigh yourself every day? Yes. Also, no. I mean, literally both. It just depends on who you are. And for number 10, this is kind of near and dear to me, which is, should you do strict versus lazy? You need to do what works for you. If you're talking about 100% health-wise, you're talking about being as healthy as you could possibly be and like getting rid of absolutely all of the negativity and just junk that comes into your body, then strict is the way to go. And you're willing to do that. And there are many people that are successful that way and are extremely healthy and are in a good point and a good position in their life. And there's a bunch of us that are, and I say us because I include myself in the secondary, which is more lazy. I'm not as strict. I'm not 100% grass-fed. I don't only eat Irish butter. And I mean, these are things that are very common with keto. But for me, Kerrygold is expensive butter. Like I don't necessarily have the money to buy as much butter that I use in Kerrygold. So I buy just salted regular butter. When it comes to beef, I do have a local butcher, so I do get a chance and an opportunity to kind of get a little bit less expensive meats from him. So I do get a little bit of higher cuts, but those cows are, while they're local, they're not necessarily grass-fed, right? And also, I kind of don't understand the whole grass-fed thing when it comes to keto, because the whole point is to have a little bit higher fat, which means you're going to want some corn-fed, because the corn-fed ones or grain-fed ones usually have more fat. But I digress. So, lazy versus strict, it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you're trying to have as your ultimate goal. Are you looking to have a very, very strict eating lifestyle? Are you looking to have something that kind of works for an everyday kind of person? Or are you looking for something that's going to work for an entire family? I'm semi-lucky. Like, my husband also did keto with me. We started at the same time. But I'm the cook of the house, so I make all the meals. It kind of just depends on what you're looking for. So that's probably not even an answer for number 10. So lazy versus strict, you decide. So thanks for watching, guys. Please please comment, give me your questions. I'd love to answer some more. And keep it keto. And much love from me to you. Bye, guys.